everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. I'm glad to finally have this video posted. I've had it somewhat edited for a while now and finally got it completed so I could put it up on this channel. I very much intended to do full-blown Vlogmas on this channel starting December 1st and continuing through the new year, but here we are on December 2nd and this is the first time I've posted in over a week. So I apologize for the inconsistency. I've finally got my porch video edited and up for you guys to watch, and I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be fun. I had a lot of fun doing this decorating, and it was somewhat last minute. The day we had our Christmas tree crawl as a family, we just kind of go from house to house and have a progressive dinner with all of my family members that live in our neighborhood. And so this was the afternoon right before our Christmas tree crawl, and I just had zero time left to get it done. At the end of this video, you're also going to see a really easy dump and go CrockPot recipe. It is fantastic. It is a crowd pleaser. Everybody loves it. It does have gluten and dairy, so if you're intolerant to those, then I hate to say it, but you're missing out. It's really, really good. Thankfully, Eloise she's my youngest, and I'm nursing her, and she is in the past has been dairy intolerant, so it's been a while since I've been able to have dairy, but we've slowly started introducing it again, and she seems to be handling it well. Thank goodness, because this tortilla soup crockpot recipe is to die for. So the first thing I'm doing here is just cleaning up the porch, getting all of the fall decorations off, tidying up everything, kind of wiping down the doors as I do each time I change over my decor, and then we'll continue on with decorating for Christmas. I love having this little bench out on our front porch. I think it just makes it look really homey, but I will be honest, I had a really difficult time arranging my little Christmas decor items on it this year, and I'm still not really happy with how it turned out, but like I said, I completely ran out of time, so I just kind of left it how I finished it this day, and I have not gone back and messed with it at all, but I think I just need to remove all of the items that I initially picked for this spot and maybe start with something different because it just didn't feel like it was working very well. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below if you go to the trouble of decorating your porch for Christmas, or if that's not something that you typically do. Let me know in the comments below. My mom actually was getting rid of this garland. It is really neat. It's pre-lit and it's exactly what I'm kind of going for this year. It's flocked in places and it has the berries on it and pine cones. That's a lot of the look that I'm going for pretty much all throughout the house. You can see the wreath on the door. That's the wreath that I made when my mom and my aunt came over and we did a little DIY Christmas wreath video. That is also live on my channel, so I can link that in the description box for you below. But I was thrilled when my mom had, like, in her donate pile, this beautiful pre-lit garland that is actually perfect for our door. It really dresses up the area, and if I was a little bit taller, it would be much easier to put up. I'm actually standing on a step stool here, but I really probably needed a ladder. So anyway, this turned out really cute, I thought, and I definitely will be hanging on to this for years to come. Little silver canisters are super duper cute, but they will snag everything. So don't wear like a really cute knit sweater if you're going to be handling these, because you will definitely get snags. I remember when my sister-in-law came down to South Carolina when we lived down there, we went shopping and it was just after Christmas and there were so many great sales, and her and I both got these lanterns. And so it just feels like a little connecting point for her and I. She lives in Grand Rapids and we are Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, so a good 9 or 10 hours away. I'm not sure if you can hear Eloise in the background, but she's going, uh-oh. She's just playing with her Love Every kit over there. So anyway, like I say in pretty much any decor video, I rearrange things a lot when I'm trying to get everything to look how I want it to. And so obviously the first placement did not work, but they ended up pretty cute up on the top of the shelf. This past spring we chopped down a couple of trees that were in our yard that were dead, and we have the firewood just sitting over on the side of our lot, and so I ended up grabbing some of those logs and I thought they looked so cute, just adding like a natural element down here. And then later you'll see I'm going to string some lights in there. Hey Brad! That's my husband, Brad. I'm going to string some lights under it to kind of make it look like they're glowing, but I just thought that looked so cute, even though we don't have a real wood-burning fireplace.
Okay, 'cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
I guess you can't really tell in this footage, but it was raining while I was filming this video. I guess not raining, it was sprinkling or drizzling, I guess. Is sprinkling or drizzling heavier rain? Let me know in the comments because I don't know. I feel like a drizzle would be more water than a sprinkle. And both of those are more water than if you would say it's spitting. Anyway, it was, I would say it was a steady drizzle, and it was about 45 degrees. So this whole job was not in the best conditions, and this is the first of a couple of different times that I tried to string lights on this tree. I specifically picked out this tree here when we did our landscaping so that I could decorate it for Christmas, and it was not all it was cracked up to be. The branches were so flimsy and they were pretty sharp, so like draping the lights was just really awkward. Like the lights were too heavy for the branches, so I obviously ended up taking this whole thing back off and trying to find some lighter Christmas lights. And so yeah, I ended up obviously shoving them in these lanterns, and then I hated the way that looked too, so I'm going to end up taking those out. But yeah, that little Christmas tree, I definitely, this reminds me, I need to go back out and redo it because I do have really wispy lights. I guess they're like the little twinkle lights that are on the very thin wire, and those would be perfect for that tree. I just have not gone back out to do that yet. And you can see the little Christmas package that I'm working with here. That's actually a really old decor item, and it's filled with some of the ornaments are new, but some of them are antiques from my dad's mom. So they're really cool, very neat old glass ornaments, and I'm surprised and impressed that we have only broken one so far this season.
Dressed in golden red, garlands and ribbon thread, tinsel bright, but you outshine all like a fresh cut tree. I fall for your light. On this Christmas night, all the angels are singing. On this Christmas night, they are singing for you and me. On this Christmas night, they are singing 'cause love endures. This Christmas is mine and yours. The smell of fresh pine tree, I get down on one knee, ring in hand, and you almost choked on your mulled wine when I ask you to be mine. Then slowly you understand. On this Christmas night, I hear an angel choir singing. On this Christmas night, they are singing for you and me. This Christmas night, they are singing 'cause love endures. This Christmas is mine and yours.
Attempt number 2 at decorating this tree. This, I would say, was in full-blown rain. It was, you can't really tell in the video, but it was definitely miserable conditions to be decorating a porch. And I really didn't like the way this turned out, but at this point it was just, like the kids were almost waking up from their naps and it was almost time to start our little Christmas tree crawl, so I just said, whatever, and I just got the lights on there, and they look pretty cute. Like, it looks cheerful in the dark, but I really need to go back out and redo those.
I hear an angel choir singing. On this Christmas night, they are singing for you and me. This Christmas night, they are singing 'cause love endures.
inside, I went ahead and got started on the tortellini soup that you just throw everything in the crock pot. I will link the recipe below so you don't have to pay attention to all of the ingredients that I'm showing you here. But I also had, I'll mention, I had a big bag of cheese tortellinis, and really a smaller bag or like a normal size bag would have been better. I put all of those in and it ended up being very, very thick, which some people may like, but it would definitely not be considered a soup at that point. So at the end of the Christmas tree crawl, we were the last stop, and everybody brought a different type of soup, and then we had like a soup exchange. So the one that I contributed was the tortellini soup, and it just could not be easier to put together. Like I said, I'll link the recipe in the description box below. This is a recipe that we got from our nanny, Carrie. She actually brought it over to us when Eloise was born. She just brought a big, Eloise, who you can hear in the background laughing and coughing. She brought a big batch of it over in her crock pot when Eloise was born, and it was so good. We shared it with my parents, and we all just like were fighting over the leftovers. So definitely worth trying if you can have dairy and gluten, and it has some spinach in it, so that's healthy, and tomatoes. The cheese tortellinis may be questionable, but definitely try this. It is a delicious recipe.
Nothing we'll regret. You don't have to believe in Santa Claus to know what's right to do, fighting for a cause. And we'll bring out the very best of you. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Oh, it's time for us. Oh, it's time for Christmas. Don't you know?
Wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it got you in the Christmas spirit and just brought you a little bit of joy on this cold December 2nd day. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna hope to post most days in December. We'll see how it goes. Having 3 kids under 3 is a somewhat limiting factor to that, but like I said, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you in our next video.